Welcome to another Soy Checkoff Check-In. I am your host, Chip Flory, and I'm going to jump right in and introduce our guests. They are not new to the Soy Checkoff Check-In, and they are always welcome. I want to start with Ohio farmer Steve Reinhard, chair of the United Soybean Board. Steve, it's good to talk to you again. How are you?
Hey, we're doing good, Chip. Great to be on here with you and talk about the great things that the United Soybean Board working on behalf of the soybean farmers.
Excellent, excellent. And we've also got Lucas Lentsch, CEO of the United Soybean Board. Lucas, it's great to get you back. How are you?
Chip, doing great. Glad to be with you.
Excellent, excellent. All right, stay right there. I want to start with Steve. Your term as chair of USB is coming to an end. When you look back on this experience, Steve, what's at the top of your list of accomplishments for this past year?
Well, it's been a great year, Chip, and very rewarding for me and for the United Soybean Board. Also, I think a good thing. I think one of the positive things is we were able to bring on a new CEO and get things really working. I think in the right direction. Not that we weren't before, but just more efficient at what we're doing for the United Soybean farmers out there, United States soybean farmers, and I think that we talk about. Some of the products or projects we've been working on. I think that soy foam has been a big hit for us here at the United Soybean Board. And, it's that triple win product where we're able to help the environment by ridding the PFAS issue on the firefighting foam. Right. We're able to help our first responders and we're able to help soybean farmers. So that's how I call it, that triple win. And then being able to work in, the area of some new export markets, I think has really been good and something that we look forward to having more accomplishments over the next several years.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Lucas, the end of Steve's year as chairman at USB is the end of your first year as CEO of USB. I remember when I first met you almost a year ago now, Lucas, you were talking about the learning process in this new role. How's that going? What lessons have you taken to heart?
Well, first off, I can't believe how fast a year goes. And under Steve's leadership, it's just been a fantastic role to be in. Listening, learning, and discerning were really the first phase, if you will, of my time as CEO, which then really came into action, taking and deciding the next steps, taking action and following through on that. The fact that we are without a doubt, farmer-led, farmer-funded and farmer-directed, to be hired to be the manager of all of the United Soybean Board is investing in has been truly a personal and professional experience that I'm very thankful for. At the end of the day, this first year has been one of getting zeroed in on what's next. And, the idea of our having everything from transparency, efficiencies, and accountabilities as the underpinning of our work. It's been a pleasure.
Excellent, excellent. So, Steve, you mentioned the firefighting foams that are out there. What else? What other new products have emerged in this past year that have you excited about future bean use?
Well, I think there's a lot of other things out there. I think with the high oleic soybeans, for instance, we talked about how we're going to be able to do things with oil, healthier cooking oil for human consumption, and being able to use that oil in different products that we make. And one of the things I think we didn't really think about is how it was going to benefit the dairy industry. And I think that's one of the neat things we're able to see is dairy is really going to be able to include more roasted soybeans in their diets, and it's really going to help their fat compositions and some other processes there in the milk production, and that's something that we really didn't see, that we kind of were able to do some testing and get some great results from it, and I think it's going to help our production of high oleic soybeans going forward.
Those dairy cows like that soybean meal, the high oleic soybean meal. Component pricing is something that's important to dairy farmers as well. So if they can increase their fat content by way of feeding high oleic soybeans, that's a win.
Oh, absolutely. And it's getting a lot of attention. There's no question about that, you guys. Hey, we are going to continue the conversation with USB Chair Steve Reinhard and CEO Lucas Lentsch, but we've got to save that conversation for the next Soy Checkoff check-in. Steve, Lucas, thank you for joining me for now. Thank you for listening. And don't forget, you can always get up to speed with what is happening at USB by going to www.unitedsoybean.org. I'm your host, Chip Flory. Now, let's get back to AgriTalk.